Call the roll, Margie.
Councilman Sabol.
Present.
Councilman Spurlock.
Here.
Councilman DeFlippo.
Here.
Councilwoman Marker. Here. Councilman Strider. Here. Councilman Lilly.
Here.
Councilman Reimer.
Here.
Councilwoman Walker. Here. Mayor Martin.
Here.
You have quorum, sir.
Thank you, Margie. Please stand. Councilman Reimer, lead us in a word of prayer.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful day you've given us. We thank you, dear God, for the time together here this evening. We thank you, dear God, for our city. We ask you to be with us and everything is said and done. These things we ask in your name. Amen.
Thank you, Council. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, Margie.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Margie. Need a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting, please. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. City's monthly financial statement, Councilman Sabol.
None this evening.
Thank you, Councilman. Before we do petitions and communications and public hearing, if y'all will bear with me, we have a special presentation I'd like to make tonight that we just kind of added on at the last minute for a good reason. And so, at this time, I'd like to ask Mr. Kenneth Kidd if he can walk up here to me, if you can, please, sir. Now, while he's coming up here, I want to say that it's always difficult to find people. We have a lot of commissions and boards and things that we have to have people volunteer their time to come and do. And it's kind of difficult always to find good people to do those kind of things. It's good to see you, sir.
Good to see you.
And so Mr. Kidd has done that at a very lengthy period of time, and with dignity and honor, love for his community. He's just a super, super individual. I've known him for a long. Matter of fact, when I was first appointed Public Works Director, which put me on the Planning Commission, he was on the Planning Commission back in 1992. So we go back a long way, and he is retiring from our Board of Zoning Appeals, and we wanted to take this time to honor him with a plaque for his service. And once I read it, I think you all recognize as to why I'm mentioning this, other than the fact that he's just a superhuman being that we love very dearly. The City of South Charleston recognizes Kenneth Kidd with sincere appreciation for his 30 years of dedication and passion of serving the Municipal Planning Commission and the Board of Zoning Appeals from 1992 to 2022. That's an amazing run.
That's awesome.
And thank you, sir, for your service. We much appreciate you. You are welcome to make a speech if you'd like.
I have none to make. The city has just been good to me. I moved here in 1945, and the city is, there are city services, and the streets get clean, and the holes is get patched, and I just love this city, and I'm glad I could give it 30 years of my time.
We appreciate you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Margie. That's his bag.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry, Margie. Get that, Jamie. Okay. Catch him, Jamie.
Oh, I think I did. Mr. Kidd.
30 years, a long time. Okay, thank you all for your patience on that one. He's a great man, and he deserved that. So, okay, petitions, communications, and public hearings. If you read the title, please, of item A, Margie.
an ordinance to amend and readopt section 167.40 of Article 167 of the City Code of the City of South Charleston regarding employee salary schedules.
Excuse me. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Lilly. Any discussion on this? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Item B, I'm sorry, if you'd read the title, please, Margie.
An ordinance amending the personnel policy of the City of South Charleston, West Virginia with respect to Appendix A to the City Code dealing with a comprehensive graded annual salary schedule classification for elected officials of the city. This will be a roll call vote.
Okay. This is also a second reading, so this is a motion to adopt. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Marker. Any discussion on this one? Roll call vote, please, Margie.
Councilman Sabol,
Yes.
Councilman Spurlock,
Yes.
Councilman DeFilippo.
Yes.
Councilwoman Marker.
Yes.
Councilman Strider.
Yes.
Councilman Lilly.
Yes.
Councilman Reimer.
Yes.
Councilwoman Walker.
Yes.
And Mayor Mullins.
Yes.
That is unanimous vote.
Thank you, Margie. Item C is to approve the appointment of Bobby Bostic to the Municipal Planning Commission. Bobby has shown some interest to serve the city in different ways. He lives in Rock Lake Village. He's Councilman Reimer's ward. He works at Dow Chemical. So I reached out to Bobby, and he's agreed to accept this appointment. So is there a motion to appoint him to the Municipal Building Commission?
Make a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Lilly. Okay, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. I'm sorry. Motion passes. Another one of those things hard to get people to do, so we appreciate him doing that. D, the motion to reappoint Bill Spence to the Board of Zoning Appeals. Another one of those gentlemen will get a plaque one day. Been around a long time. I don't think I need to introduce Bill. I think most of you know him. So is there a motion to approve Bill to be reappointed to the Board of Zoning Appeals? Is there a second? Second. Second by Councilman Strider. Any discussion on this one? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Once again, Bill, you're there. And we thank you very much. Item E, if you read the title, please, Margie.
An ordinance to amend Section 1709.01 of Article 1709 of the City Code of the City of South Charleston concerning the state building code.
This is the first reading. Is there a motion to send on the second reading, please?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Walker. Michael or Steve, do y'all have any comments on this one? This is house cleaning, Michael?
Yeah.
Okay.
Update.
Okay.
It happens every time the legislature adopts the new code.
Right.
About every 2 years.
Okay. All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion or questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Thank you all. Consideration of any bids, Councilman Sabo.
None this evening, sir.
Straight to department heads reports, and let me go ahead and start with Rick since he didn't get his report in on a finance committee meeting. Rick,
Okay.
floor is yours.
So there's two revenue reports. One is the cash collections by month. The ones that are highlighted, those were record month collections, of course. So 6 out of the 12 months were highest collections we've ever had for those months. And then, the other ones. And in that, it also has the estimate, which you take the revenues less the carryover. So it's the budget less the carryover. And then based on what you get each month, because you compare it to the average, but also it's also good to see where are you, and it shows that we were we were $3 million over average on collections and almost 1.3 on what we estimated the collections to be. Now, we did budget revisions here at the end that basically accounted for that 1.3 million. Now, the good thing is a lot of that money that was spent, we had to do the budget revision, but it's going to be reimbursable from other sources, so it'll go back in our reserve fund. But, on a cash standpoint, we're doing pretty good. Plus, we've got our ARPA funds. And so, and we passed the resolution on how to spend those at the last meeting in June, and Hannah will bring a budget revision for those and the carryover once that's determined.
Yes.
So, and then on the TIF, or on bond update, had a call today. We are going to have the building commission is going to have first reading of their ordinance on I think it's the 28th of July. Then 1 week later on our first meeting in August, which I think is August the 4th, but I won't swear to it because I don't have a calendar in front of me. But our first meeting in August, Building Commission will do second reading, because they have to have 3 readings. Okay?
It's August.
And then council will have first reading, then the second meeting in August have the second reading and public hearing. The Building Commission will meet before that and have their third reading, and then we would have on that I think it's the 18th, we would have at Finance the recommendation on the what bond, what bank to go with on the terms, and then after the ordinance is adopted, if it is, then a supplemental resolution to put the bonds in effect, and it would close the next week. And the sizing on that is about 15 million. And we talked, because things in finance, in the financial world's a little crazy now, and I have to figure out what this actually means. But the yields are inverted, the yield curves are inverted. What I think that means is that a longer term, usually the longer you go out on a term, the higher the interest rate. Well, right now, a shorter term bond is higher interest rate than a long-term bond. So instead of having a 5-year with a balloon, we may be able to get a 15-year, no early penalties, and not have that balloon, and because it'll be a lower interest rate than what we could get with a 5-year with a balloon, which makes no.
It's totally backwards.
Yeah, totally. That's why they call it the inverted curve.
It's totally backwards.
There you go.
But anyway, that's things are moving along on that pretty well. So.
Okay. Any questions for Rick? Anybody else, department head wise, have anything? We'll share with you. We had a really good meeting with the Green Power representative. CEO came into town, met with him and his consultant. They're going to bring some product in next week. I think it's the 13th. So it'll be a little. Wednesday. It's Wednesday, the 13th. So, that's moving forward. So you'll start seeing some activity over there. Although they're not occupying the building, I don't think, until mid to late August now, because the tenant's still moving out. But that's, it's moving forward. It's slowly but surely becoming a reality, and we'll see where it goes. But had a good meeting with them, had a good meeting with Ray Park today. So we got some things cooking. Hopefully we can get them across the finish line here pretty soon and continue to do these good things we're doing over and above what we got going on at the pond and things. So there's more things going on. Do you guys have anything else? Anybody?
Hey, Mayor, I do.
Oh, God, Gerald, there you are. Okay.
Hey, I just want to tell everybody we got the pickleball courts done at Jackson Park. They look great, and there's been a lot of people using them already. So if you haven't seen them, go down and check them out.
Yeah, I got a message from someone that was using it. Was very, very appreciative. Very appreciative. No, that's not who it was, but yeah.
She'll be excited.
Good.
Any update on the fire station?
Gerald, you want to give an update on the fire station?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Gerald, did you hear me?
We actually had a little meeting. Rick went out to the meeting. Rick and Steve. I didn't get to notice till it was too late, and they're going to try to do a punch list, but they're not close to the punch list. So on our part, we've got almost all the building painted. They're going over and doing some stuff to some of the stuff that we've already painted, and then we do have all the I guess the gym part. It's all painted. We've been touching up on the doors in the fire bay. We're looking on putting a new flooring down in the fire bays instead of using the tile. Rick was trying to get a number on that to see how fast we can get that done. But the contractor probably will be done in 2 or 3 weeks, and then we can move in and try to finish most of the building.
Gerald or somebody, can you give me the answer? I'm sure what would interest Councilwoman Marker a lot would be, do we anticipate a window of when we might be open?
Probably December.
It's been pushed all the way back to December now?
I'd say definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe before that.
And I think it's sort of, the fire station will be occupied before the other side's finished, but a lot of that has to do with ordering equipment and supply chain things. The flooring and the basketball goals are there here, and that's once it's finished painting, then we can turn them loose to do that. So that part will be done. The bathrooms are done. So, but the kitchen,
The kitchen equipment.
the kitchen equipment's
Because we're waiting on equipment to get here.
Yeah.
The sewage treatment plant is in, but they haven't been able to do much in the last few weeks because of the wet weather. They're
Yeah.
not even completely backfilled with it yet, so. But there's a way around that if Chief occupies it prior to it being online, there's a way around that, so.
Okay.
Contractor has a punch list meeting scheduled next Tuesday morning. And he's a ways from being done, and he's got at least 3 issues. This may come as a surprise to you, Mayor, but there's at least 3 things we're not real happy with.
I knew there was one. I knew there was
There's
one.
3, so.
Okay. Yeah, well, hopefully he'll get them fixed.
But we'll get it fixed.
But just so you all know, and I'm sure once I say this, you'll say, well, I'm sure you are. We're experiencing the same thing the rest of the country is. We're experiencing supply chain issues, getting material here, and we're suffering from high prices. Things we budgeted things a year ago, and now it's like almost twice as much to do the things we thought. And one of them's street paving. I think the paving went up from like $80-some a ton to $140 a ton. So,
155.
165.
is it 165, Gerald?
Yeah.
Okay. The last I heard it was 140.
Concrete's 165, yeah.
No, I was talking about blacktop, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so anyway, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Okay, anything else? Any questions? Any other report from Dr. Any questions from council members? Is there a motion to adjourn? Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Meeting adjourned. Thank you all. As always, have a great weekend. Yes.